Hello viewers, today we'll study about the ECG. In my previous lecture I had told you about the conduction of the human heart, which is conducted by an electrical impulse due to generation of action potential from SA node to AV node to bundle of hairs to bundle branches and to the Purkinje fibers and then to the papillary muscles. So I told you already that SA node is the center for initiation of the heartbeat, which is highly nodulated area. This initiates the heartbeat. So this electrical conductivity is in the form of wave of depolarization and repolarization. Now today we'll study about the ECG. What is an ECG? ECG means electrocardiogram. ECG means electrocardiogram. It is a graphical representation of electrical activity of the heart during cardiac cycle. What is ECG? It is an electrical conductivity of human heart, or you can say it is the graphical representation of the electrical conductivity of the heart during each cardiac cycle. Now this is measured by an instrument or a machine called as electrocardiograph. It is represented in the various peaks. To obtain a standard ECG, a patient is kept with the machine, this electrocardiogram, which is having 3 electrical leads, one on each wrist and one to the left ankle, just to monitor the functioning of the heart. And here you can see the graphical representation of the electrical activity of the heart. It shows various waves or various peaks are represented by different alphabets. These are P, Q, R, S, T. In this, the first upward deflection, that is the first peak, it is represented by P. This is showing you that the SA node has conducted the wave of depolarization to AV node. That means the atria are under the contraction. So wave of contraction, that means the SA node which has been excited, auto-excited and auto-contractibility, because it is a muscle nodulated fiber. So here the auto-excitability has been started from SA node to the AV node. This way the wave of depolarization has reached from SA node to AV node. Thus both the auricles now they are showing the P wave deflection. Therefore you can say this wave is the depolarization where the atria contract, Now this QRS next deflection you see, upward deflection you see, which is a peak. It is a complex wave represented by QRS. This complex wave QRS shows that the wave of contraction from the atria moves to the ventricles. Then from the bundle, it is transmitted to the wave of contraction transmitted to the bundle of hairs and then to the bundle branches. This way both the atria are depolarized. So the wave of depolarization earlier, which was shown by the P, now the wave of depolarization is shown by the QRS. That means both the ventricles now they are in contraction form. So this way that it is showing the higher peak and it is a complex peak. Earlier I had told you the P wave, it is just for 0.10 second. So here the QRS wave, it is showing the depolarization. I told you because that electrical impulses or the electrical conductivity is in the form of depolarization and repolarization. So now it has reached on the ventricles by showing this wave, that is the QRS. Now the ventricles will come back to the original normal form. The ventricles now will move to the from excited form to the normal form, that is represented by the P wave. This shows that the ventriculars are in repolarized state. So here we can show that now the end of the systole, because the P wave which was showing you the deflection, that is the wave of contraction from SA node to AV node, that means the atria were in contracted state, showing you the systolic, and QRS, that is wave of deflection of nerve and activity, has moved to the ventricles. That means it is the ventricles are contracted, showing the wave of depolarization. So again they are in a systolic form, that means contracted. Now end of the contraction, ventricular systole. T marks the end of the ventricular systole, as well as it is showing you the wave of repolarization. That means now the ventricles, they have moved to the normal state from their excited state. This way this PQRST is showing you the electrocardiogram by a machine, or you can say an instrument called as electrocardiogram. After the T wave, now there is beginning of the next cardiac cycle, that will be again by the P. So this way, this representation is making us that by counting the QRS waves, you can know any if this representation, that QRS, there is a peak, triangular peak. So if there is any problem in the heart chambers, or you can say any abnormality, that could be found out by counting the QRS waves in the electrocardiogram. Then earlier I had told you about the flow of blood, that is from the left auricle to the left ventricle, and from left ventricle to aorta, and aorta to all parts of the body, and it becomes deoxygenated, and that comes to the right auricle to the right ventricle, and then right ventricle to the pulmonary artery, and then to the lungs. This way I had told you earlier that the flow of blood is closed circulation, that means it flows in closed blood vessels, as well as the flow of blood, it is twice. Your heart, our heart, it flows the blood twice. That means the two circulations you see, what are they? That is the pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. That means the flow of blood is twice from the heart, that they are termed as pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. In the pulmonary circulation, you can see here the right ventricle. Right ventricle receives the deoxygenated blood, and this right ventricle, after receiving the deoxygenated blood, it transfers it to the pulmonary artery, and from the pulmonary artery to the lungs. I am repeating, this right ventricle is having the deoxygenated blood, and this deoxygenated blood goes to the pulmonary artery, and from pulmonary artery to the lungs for purification. Now similarly you can say from the lungs, the left auricle, from the lungs the left auricle receives the oxygenated blood by the pulmonary veins, and then it is supplied to the further respective pipes or the next chamber. So this is the pulmonary circulation, involvement of the heart. It is the involvement of the heart with the lungs, that is the heart is receiving the deoxygenated blood from the whole body and supplying it to the lungs for purification or for oxygenation. Then after getting oxygenated, this blood comes back to the heart, to the left side, that is left auricle, via the pulmonary veins, and then this is further transferred to the left ventricle and then to the aorta. Then another is the systemic circulation. In this systemic circulation, here the left ventricle, which is receiving the oxygenated blood from the left auricle, it supplies to the aorta. and from aorta to all parts of the body. Similarly, now in the body, the blood becomes deoxygenated, and this deoxygenated blood comes to the right auricle. And from the right auricle, that means going to the right ventricle. Now the right ventricle will be throwing it to the pulmonary artery. That means it will be pulmonary circulation. Therefore, blood flows twice. There is flow of blood twice, and that comprises the pulmonary circulation and the systemic circulation. Thank you.